Hey everybody, it's Mike here. So we just got an update regarding NHL 26 with the gameplay deep dive trailer. It wasn't much of a deep dive. They've added two things in terms of gameplay. If the video's 5 minutes long, I'm gonna kind of save your time and just kind of clear everything out. It seems like they're just adding more X factors, and they're adding this Ice Q 2.0. And if you saw my last video, I truly believe this Ice Q thing is just a fancy word to kind of say they've pretty much added nothing. I mean, they pretty sure they had Ice Q last year, and I don't know anyone. I've spoken to so many other NHL 25 players. I don't know anyone who actually noticed what Ice Q actually does. From what they're saying here, that Ice Q 2.0 is powered by NHL Edge. And without getting into details, basically NHL Edge tracks the different stats, the speed of the different players, and they're going to try to make the stats more accurate. And it sounds great and all, but on this trailer, they're very pushing, very much that, changing the stats of the players is going to dramatically change the gameplay. For anyone who's played an NHL game, everyone knows you can change the stats yourself, right? Like, do the stats really change that much of the gameplay? Like, are you going to, buy a new NHL game because, the stats are a bit different? This kind of update could have been done through a patch, but instead they're releasing a new game, a brand new game. It's going to be priced, I'm from Canada, so, probably $89.99, $100 tax after tax. Are we going to pay $100 for a gameplay update that only modifies the stats with some more X factors? This is pretty much what this video is telling you, and you can watch the full thing yourself. This is literally what EA is selling right now, and I'm going to be very hard pressed if this game actually sells properly. And I know a lot of people buy and the same NHL games every year. I'm victim of it as well. But I think at some point it has to come to the end. Even looking at this gameplay trailer, you can see they didn't even update the graphics. The graphics literally look like NHL 19, NHL 20. There's no speak of GM connected. They really should be trying to sell GM connected. That's what we've been asking for 10 plus years. We've been begging for that. I don't believe, and even in this trailer, they mentioned that, that players want them to expand the X factors. I find that hard to believe. I don't see, that's not what, people that play NHL games want. We actually want gameplay, improvements, gameplay variety. We don't just want to play HUD all day. So now, like, it seems like the only really thing they're adding, and, correct me if I'm wrong, is this, they're expanding Be a Pro a bit. And it's really looking crap. So yeah, I just thought I'd save you time from looking at the trailer. It's really not looking good. They're basically updating the stats. It's cool that they're going to use some edge technology, kind of get some more to kind of make the stats more accurate. But that is not a reason to buy a new NHL game. EA thinks we're all fools, it seems, and that we're just going to give the money as long as the NHL logo is slapped on there, and that's not the case. But anywho, I want to hear your thoughts. Am I just being negative about this, or is this kind of ridiculous that EA thinks they can just sell us this crap? It's basically a stat change and with some new X factors, and they expect us to pay $100 for a new game. Like, are you kidding me? I don't understand how this is acceptable, and I don't know. At some point, we gotta stop putting up with this. So. Anyways, that's all for this one. If you like this video, you found it informative, if you have any thoughts on the new NHL 26 game, maybe there's something I missed, please leave a comment. I want to hear your thoughts. Otherwise, yeah, feel free to check out my channel, subscribe. Your support means a lot, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.